The Football Association expects around 2,500 Liverpool supporters will be impacted by the lack of trains to London for the weekend of their FA Cup semi-final with Manchester City. The governing body are still almost certain to go ahead with the match at Wembley, despite repeated calls to reschedule to a venue in the north next month. Both sets of supporters face a logistical nightmare getting to London for the semi-final clash due to there being no trains running from the northwest of England to the capital over the Easter weekend. Avanti West Coast confirmed it will not be running any trains into London Euston from the 15th to the 18th because of engineering work that is scheduled to take place across a number of locations. The travel company said further work is also slated on the West Coast main line, which will cause further altercations and disruption. Services from Liverpool Lime Street will start and terminate at Rugby across the long weekend, whilst trains from Manchester Piccadilly will begin and end at Milton Keynes Central and run via Stoke-on-Trent. On Monday, Liverpool supporters union the Spirit of Shankly put out a joint statement with their city counterparts, the 1894 group, urging a rethink over where the game should be held. Those calls were subsequently backed by mayors of both cities as Andy Burnham and Steve Rotherham released a joint statement on Tuesday evening accusing the FA having failed to give their thought and consideration to the interests of supporters, in their joint letter addressed to the FA chair, Debbie Hewitt. However, despite the growing calls, the FA are still pressing ahead with the game as scheduled in a move that they believe will impact around 5,000 supporters across both Manchester and Merseyside regions. The Echo understands that the FA are expecting around 2,500 supporters from each team to travel by rail from the northwest, and a change of venue or date is thought to be not feasible. They believe that the majority of fans of both clubs will be making their way to Wembley from outside of the affected areas. We are working with National Highways to ensure that the road networks are running as efficiently as possible for the semi-final weekend, says one FA source. The revenue generated by the semi-finals being at Wembley Stadium is incredibly important for English football, as the FA is a not-for-profit organisation and ensures that it is reinvested back into the game, say the FA. Manchester United's home game with Norwich City on April 16th means that a swap to Old Trafford is out of the question, while there is concern within the FA that a change of date could hand one of the two teams an unfair advantage, given their participation in the UEFA Champions League. As it stands, both the Reds and Manchester City will play the second legs of their respective ties with Benfica and Atletico Madrid on April 13th, with Pep Guardiola's side in the Spanish capital for their game on the same night as Jurgen Klopp's men host the Portuguese outfit at Anfield. As Wembley is the stadium with the largest capacity in the country at 90,000, it has been used as justification for keeping the cup tie at the National Stadium, with FA sources indicating that it gives fans of both sides more opportunity to see their team live. Earlier this week, the Echo learned that the FA were made aware of the planned rail works for that weekend as far back as November 2019, before they were written to in September to consider a move because of the potential rail disruption. An FA spokesperson said, "The FA will be liaising closely with both Liverpool FC and Manchester City FC on all match arrangements, including supporters' travel to the upcoming Emirates FA Cup semi-final fixture at Wembley Stadium, with further details to be announced in due course. We are also continuing to work with Network Rail and National Express to find a solution so that both supporters of each teams are able to travel to and from the fixture with as minimal disruption as possible." The Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp was asked about the matter in his post-match press conference after his side had beaten Nottingham Forest 1-0 to progress to the semi. The German had this to say.
How is that possible?
Yeah, how is that possible?
So the northwest of England is cut off the rest of England.
Yeah, pretty stuff.
This time literally. So yeah, I hope and think there should be, I don't know which kind of solutions are available, but how long will that be?
4 days.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I hope somebody who knows more about it than I do finds a solution for it. That would be cool. If you would play with supporters, that would be really cool. Both teams. Wow.